I've recently been working on my aim as Venture. Every day at 9 p.m. I take 15 minutes and do FAXA aim training. This is because, unlike the predecessor, Venture actually has a bit of range, meaning a good Venture needs to have pretty good aim to get most things done. And in just a small week of consistency, I've already shown improvements. Not insane ones, of course, but I clearly am aiming better than I was before. But that's not all I've been working on. A few of you in the comments have gone out of your way to give me snippets of advice while playing Venture, and I thank all of you who do so. Now, granted, another subsection chose to call me shit, and then not elaborate, so, yeah, not sure what to glean from that. Either way, I'm gonna change up my playstyle for, like, the 16th time in the series. I'm gonna start going way more into getting picks, while still obtaining meaningful value. But, what is value? No, not doing that! Apparently, that is copyrighted. If I'm getting struck for fucking Undertale music, I'm not taking any chances. Anyways, value is defined as the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. Which is nerd for value means you did a good. But what is doing a good? Now! Good is defined as to be desired or approved of. So, what is to be desired or approved in Overwatch? Well, getting kills is one of the major ones, but not strictly all you should do. Think about heroes. They're only as strong as Think about the heroes. They're only as strong as the things that they can do. A Kariko who can teleport in Suzu is a lot stronger than one who can't. So if early into a fight you remove her option to do so, your chances of winning that fight increase. Sure, killing that Kiriko would always be favorable, but sometimes that's just not an opportunity you'll be afforded. And then again, think about your own resources. Almost every interaction in Overwatch is a trade. Right here in the first match of the day, me and Lucio make a trade. From an onlooker, it looks like I wasted my ult and jumped off the map. In reality, I wasted my ult, but accidentally made a very fair trade with his Lucio. My ult for his ult. The trade is over now. I know if I fight this, I'll die either way. The chances of me getting a kill are low. And if I don't die now, I'll stagger myself. But the final downside being I feed the enemy some ult charge by taking their damage. So, I jump off the map. A pretty good trade in all reality. Maybe. I just got done editing this whole last video and only just now realized I definitely could have burrowed here and used the reduced cooldown to dash back to my team. I am a fucking idiot. Also, I'm trying to be a little more humble with this video. In the last few, I think my language gave off the impression that I thought of myself as some sort of god to Grace Overwatch 2. I'm not, I'm flat for fuck's sake. I'm just saying some words that come out of my head. For all I know, I could be giving some really bad advice and not know it. That's part of the reason I document this, so we can all go back and laugh at me when it was bad. Wait, I still am. Damn it, you better not be from the future and laugh! Tangent aside, I'm already noticing my improved aim. Watch this a little moment. Yes, by now we know my team is fucked, but that doesn't stop me from using this as a little warm-up game. I jump in, take out a Sojourn who's been owning my team. I jump down and shoot the Hog until he's knocked out, and yes, admittedly, I miss a shot I really shouldn't, but last I checked, I'm human. Wait, give me a second. Yep, still bleed. Pretty sure that makes me human. And with 2 shots on the Lucio I would have never hit before, a good one on a Sombra who just came into a view, followed by another one, I can melee and kill both of them. The new way I've been playing Venture includes me being a lot more risky and basically just having more confidence in my shots. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I hardly used to take any shots. Now, I'm gonna go in when I can. That's fun to me and it's showing results. Well, not in this game specifically. So yeah, I did really well this game, only making a few mistakes, but sometimes pretty damn good isn't good enough. Something to note was that every game I was asking to have Cassidy banned, not Farah or Echo, who you might think are a lot worse for me. I better not get copyright struck. Something of note was that every game I was asking to have Cassidy banned, not a character like Farah or Echo, who you might think are a lot worse for me. But the solution is simple. I have like 5 other guys to help me. If Cass is in play, I simply can't go in. He'll just counter every play I make. If Farah is in play, I can most certainly go in. I just can't shoot her. But my team still can. Going into the next game, we get to talk a bit more about value. Watch here. While in the ground, I could easily go for this brig, but but I don't. Wanna know why? I know I can't kill her. Even if I could, the Kuriko would easily punish me. So instead, I merely intimidate them to force out a Suzu. Then I fight the Sojo. And when she tries to fly away at a perfect amount of HP for a single direct, I miss the shot. Yeah, aim training won't fix everything, especially just a weak bit. It's consistency that's the key. As I continue on, I'll be able to hit this shot later on, just not today. I actually didn't do nearly as good as I did last game, at least not in this first round. But I'd argue that I run Raggy, I can't speak fucking English. Oh no. I'd argue I won the round in the end. The ball found me and I just let him shoot and chase at me. And he sure as hell did that. Meanwhile, my team was winning, so yeah, once again, you can get value by your mere existence. Now going into the next round, oh boy. Let me just play this whole unedited clip. I'm insane! Holy shit! That's right, I'm able to take on the entire enemy team. Yes, this is only because they refused to turn around, but still, 5 kills for my team is pretty damn insane in one fight. I attempted to do this again in the next fight, and I actually picked the Hanzo and almost the Genji. But still, the Genji and Ana looking away to kill me, while the Hanzo is already dead, meant 3 people were not in the current fight. Now, name how many times you've seen a team win a 3v5. Well, yeah, this was one of those times where my Overwatch team was an Overwatch team and somehow lost that. It's likely because the Ram ulted, and as a former Ram man, I gotta respect it. His ult can sometimes make you feel invincible against the right teams. Or, I guess, wrong teams. Oh, and after I saw Moira make the questionable decision of walking out in front of an Orisa, while she had like 5 HP. Yeah, Moira died. Typically, I don't like spending time talking about my team being bad, but sometimes the mistakes that they can make can be rather comedic. Who the fuck wrote this? But sometimes the mistakes they can make can be rather comedical and educational. Then again, some of the ones I make could also be described as such. Like when I angled as high into the air as I could, putting me in the middle butt fuck nowhere and an easy cleanup for the enemy BAP. And the next game, we won. It wasn't even close. But look at this dumb hog hook and my hilarious reaction to it. He didn't get
What? That wasn't even aimed at me, man! Get out of my head, man!
You need to allow yourself some fun when playing. Even if you lose, bad mental is one of the biggest factors to a loss. It's why I started turning off text chat. And letting yourself have a dumb laugh every once in a while can prove to help you a lot. Next game, we got to play on Blizzard World. A map I enjoyed for the most part. It's not push, and that's good. But it's not a great hybrid map. You get 1 point that feels impossible to push, followed by 2 points that feel equally impossible to push. We decided to play a fucked up version of Goat's comp. 3 supports, 2 tanks, and a rock. So, close enough. Of course, none of us know how to play Goats, but you know, we jumped in and kind of murdered a few kids, and that's what Goats do, I think. So, we broke past the first impenetrable wall. Past that, the second impenetrable wall was unable to be conquered. Of course, when we got to play defense, however, the enemy team had to push past us. They couldn't because we're playing Blizzard World. Now, next game, we got to play on— oh, you're fucking kidding me. Just as, unfortunately, my team is a perfect example of how powerful staying alive can be. In 2 major spots, my team let themselves die when they could have easily prevented it, losing us fights and, eventually, the game. The first moment is this Moira ult, used only to heal her team in a grab. This should have been a clear get out. For me, after noticing the damage in Rhine Shield, it certainly was. But for my Doom, nope, stayed in there all he could and died. Later, we were rolling them. But in the final moments, our Ram stays a bit too close and gets punished. And his death seals our fate. And by the time we get to push, it's basically already over, since as long as the enemy team doesn't make the same mistakes we did, we're certain to lose. And surely enough, ults from them lead to our downfall. Going past that, in a twist more shocking than when Rousey revealed they've been doing blackface the whole of Chapter 1, we played on Blizzard World again! You know what? Why don't we think about better maps? Maps like Rialto. One of my favorite maps, since whenever I play on Rialto, I think about all the joy you guys have brought me. And if you want to continue that cycle, you can always hit subscribe. I'd like to hit 2K subs here soon, and we're super duper close. So yeah, I also have a Patreon if that floats your boat. And of course I do streaming. Watch this funny clip I got when I was playing Getting Over It. Okay, there we go. I feel like when we get to that spot, it's really hard to fall down. Fun stuff happens over there, and you can get quick and easy notifications by simply joining my Discord server. Wait, no, don't go! I don't want to go back! No! Luckily, God is merciful, and the entire enemy team gave up. So, that's cool? That was gonna be my last game, but I'm not gonna get on a game that ends like that. So instead, how about a climactic Venture versus Venture matchup? Yeah, there were like 10 other people on the field, but when you find someone playing your character, nothing matters. One of you will win, one of you will lose. Who is better at them? But before I noticed Venture, I was basically getting 2 good picks, leaving me for dead to the enemy Venture. But they couldn't get out alive, so realistically, I got 3 picks that fight. Our next fight, well, with me low and them not, I was pretty obviously gonna lose. And I'll be real with this next play, I could have easily taken out the Ana and Bastion. I mean, I do get the Ana, but if we just burrowed here, I would have easily not died. Then again, had I not died, I would have staggered, so I can take or leave this death. We take point in the next fight, however, but I hear Venture noises and damn it, I wanted to fight them! I take high ground and start putting pressure onto the enemy team. The Bastion almost ends up being the first person I get use of his unfunny perk. Seriously, why pick this one? It's not fun! You're a horrible person if you pick it! Also, almost ends up being the operative word here since he dies either way. Next round, oh, things got personal. I needed to have a genuine 1v1 with them. The only problem being that every time we fought, it wasn't in one of our favors. Well, okay, both times we fought, I lost, but still, it wasn't in my favor. But that wouldn't happen anytime soon, since a little bit into the fight, our brick gets fucking sent to another universe. But finally, we get to have another fight, kinda ruined by my diva. But to be fair, I did like 90% of the damage. That's gotta count for something. Now, heading back to my team, I may as well have been good as dead. Too bad I didn't record my audio for this part, because I was baffled. I mean, I should be dead here. Me and the Venture get a fight again, but since we're sharing the same exact brain cell as every other Venture player, we just whiffed every shot. Again, aim training is only going to prove to be as good as long as you're willing to commit to it. Daily workouts will prove to be better and better the longer I train my aim. So right now, I'm not gonna be at my peak. And yes, that is code for I made a mistake, man. We all do it. Get off my fucking back. I catch an enemy Venture in a hilarious position. And a little while later, I paid my debt to the diva by making sure they don't get out of her push alive. Now, right here, it's the last chance for the 2 of us to fight. And I win. We actually win the game, and I ranked up again for the first time in a while, actually. I've been hanging around the Plat 3 area for a bit now, but I think if I continue at my current pace, I could make some major progress. Anyways, that's it for today. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. I'd like to thank Napius and Lastby for supporting me on Patreon. Support like this helps me put more time into videos. If you'd like to have your name shouted out at the end of all my videos, go check out my Patreon.